Okay, Natalia, let's go on to the next news.
Yes, it's time for the On Tact Talk, where we get to meet the lovely leaders around the world who are actively pursuing the Atomy business. Today, we've invited a very special person, and apparently he has so many nicknames.
Yes, that's right. His nickname is... Oh wow, the leader of overseas contents, the Atomy's Young Star, and the JYP of Atomy. Can you guys guess who it is?
I think a lot of people would have gotten it at JYP. Our guest for today is Star Master Jooyoung Park.
Yay, you got it. Hey Natalia, there was a reason why we invited him to our World Success Show, right?
Yes, back when Atomy was just starting to expand into the foreign market, Star Master Park created online English content to communicate with members worldwide. He is an actual star among our global members as much as his title.
And we are going to let you hear about all the knowledges and tips that our leaders have gained on foot. For that, we have members from 4 different branches that have very recently opened: Hong Kong, New Zealand, Turkey, and the United Kingdom.
We are also about to unleash some very live tips from successful Atomians. Let's not wait anymore. Let's meet them right away, shall we?
Yes.
On to the On Tact Talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to AWSS. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Yes,
Great,
I am
great.
excited to be here. So my goal today is to try to answer some of your questions, to try to get to know you more, and to be of help if I can, right? Because in Atomy, we always help each other. We work together. It's the super synergy of heart. We have so many members being registered every single day all over the world. And today we have the opportunity to speak to you all from Hong Kong, from New Zealand, from Turkey, and from the UK. So I want to thank you all for coming, and let's talk a little bit about how long has your office branch been open?
So let me go first. And Hong Kong office opened in October 2020. So it's been 10 months since then. Yeah.
Wow, and you all are just growing so fast. How about New Zealand? How long have you guys been open?
Yes, we opened this March, so it's about 6 months now, and then much easier to approach it to the consumers and distributors, and then easy to take the daily products. So that is much easier than before.
Yes, that's awesome. You know, I love New Zealand. Before the office was open, I had the opportunity to go and speak there and did the first seminar in New Zealand and got to tour. So it was amazing. Love it. It was,
Yes.
of course, before COVID. I wish I was there in the UK and there in Turkey as well. So how long has Turkey been open?
It's been 2 months actually. We are so new in this Atomy, but we getting too many masters.
Yeah,
already.
lots of individuals
Yeah.
already growing and building their mastership in Turkey. Yes, yes. You're going to be next, right?
Of course.
Go for it.
There you go. There you go. And UK, how long have you guys been open?
Just officially launched last 28th of July, and we are on our 2nd month. And on our opening, we had 7 sales masters, which includes our Joyce here, and few diamond masters. And on our 2nd wave, I'm joining that group of sales masters for the Europe and UK.
Feel a difference with the office when it wasn't there, and now since it's open, you guys see that the changes there and the business is growing? How do you guys feel about that?
The Atomy business is really going crazy, unstoppable here in UK and Europe. As a matter of fact, when the UK opened, I have reduced my logistic cost by 40%, and my product revenue went up by 60%.
Wow.
And I am really, really so proud to inform all of you guys that I maintained my auto sales mastership for 2 consecutive periods. And my goal is to become ASM every period.
Awesome. Yes, we're buying from Korea and getting their items shipped over there. But now with the branch and the warehouse in your own countries, no need to do that anymore, right? How about you, Chris? How are the things different from the office being there and when it wasn't there?
There'll be big difference because, for example, some of the new consumers, and then they will love to come and visit to see in the office. Then they can see our whole culture. Before that, we're just showing them the pictures and showing them the image, so they just can't imagine. But now we can just invite them into our office and then have some more ideas. And also, but now the situation now is bad is because of the lockdown. Yeah, because in March in this year, we just launched this branch, but now it's locked down. But it's still okay because we signed someone online by Zoom meeting. It's still working. And then, but just our problem now is just short of the items because we don't have all the products in New Zealand. More and more, I believe. Yeah, but it just takes time. Yeah.
From talking with you all, I can hear the same thing. And what I hear is that you were working hard before the branch was even open, right? You guys were already doing your due diligence, building your teams, using the products, doing everything that you would have done, if the branch was open already. But with the opening of the branches, you guys have now been able to just grow that much more rapidly because you have that previous experience of knowing what to do and using the product. So awesome, good job. And this is something that I want all the global members to hear, and I want them to see that this is how it's done. It's better to start earlier, right? I want to switch to the next session because I hear that you all have a few questions for me. So first question, I think we have it from, let me see, is it Lila?
There are people who are afraid to tell their friends about Atomy because of the misconception of MLMs. So how did you overcome this perception when you just started out?
A lot of individuals, I believe, personally, are afraid to share Atomy with other individuals because they lack the understanding of what Atomy really is. So they don't want to approach somebody because they fear they will get rejected because they have this idea in the back of their mind about the traditional other MLMs or network marketing companies. So other network marketing companies and ours, what we can compare is just this one first. Are we giving them value? So my question to you is, what's Atomy providing? We provide everyday necessities, toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo. Is really simple, right? So if you want to approach your friend, just ask him a very simple question. It's, hey, Chris, do you brush your teeth? Says yes. Okay, good. I was hoping you do, right? So yeah, you guys brush your teeth, you shampoo your hair. But the thing is, guess what?
Yes.
Even if you weren't going to use Atomy, you would brush your teeth, shampoo your hair, and use these products. But we've been doing that for years. You've been brushing your teeth, shampooing your hair for years, but you've never been paid to use those products from those companies, right? You just gave them the money and they just gave you the product and you just used it. But Atomy, it's a different business model. What are we doing? We are providing the opportunity for individuals to get paid to use the products that they would be using anyways. So that's a big misconception because in other companies, you would be paying to use those products for the hope of making your money back, right? Because there's an initial investment. There's a starter cost, a starter package, monthly purchase requirements, there's monthly fees. So what I want you to explain to individuals, you want to keep it short. You don't want to have to try to explain Atomy to them in terms of the business model, right? You don't want to say, well, we're a binary system and this and that and no, it's really simple. Hey, do you brush your teeth? Do you shampoo your hair? Okay, what if I told you you can get paid for doing these things? They'll say, what, how? And then that's what happens, okay? So individuals with this understanding and being afraid, I believe it's because they don't yet understand the value of Atomy yet. So that's a great question, okay? And I want to make sure that individuals who are listening to this understand that this is a very simple system. Look at the products. See if you want to use them. See if you need them. If the answer is yes, try them. See if it gives you value in terms of quality and price. If the answer is yes, you have now opened the door for the opportunity to help other people. And let's transition to the next one. For Phoebe, I think has a question for us.
When was the hardest time for you doing the business?
Oh, very good question. So in the very beginning stages, for me, it was the fear of getting rejected. So in the beginning, maybe I wasn't very confident, right? But the funny thing is we get accustomed to the things that we repeat. At first, when I was sharing Atomy with individuals, of course I got rejected and I was afraid of that. But it got easier and easier because I understood that there's nothing bad to feel about this. Why? Because I'm helping them, right? So if my friend's using a $30 sun cream and I can introduce them to Atomy's, which is cheaper and better, I don't have to feel bad, right? Because I'm helping them. And I understood that. So that was the hardship for me in the beginning. Now, after that, when I understood all this and when I was building my business, the next hardship was what? It's always fighting with yourself. What do I mean? Creating those daily goals and making sure you go through with them. So when I'm a sales master, right, and I'm trying to become a diamond master, I have to build not just myself up, but we have to build our partners up. And we have to lead, but at the same time, understand how to follow our upline. So things like this were also difficult at times. But I believe that through this system, and even through this experience and through this lecture, we can all relate and we can all learn from each other, and we don't have to do it on our own. So those were the most difficult times for me. And of course, as your business grows, your difficulty levels may grow in different aspects, and then your other aspects, it'll get easier and easier. So thank you for the question. I hope that answered your question, Phoebe. So I think has a question for us next. Is that right?
Yeah. If I'm allowed to ask you this, but then how much do you make right now?
How much do I make? Well, let's say this. I have accomplished my dreams of when I was 18. So when I was so at a young age, you know, success just looks like dollar signs. So I wanted to make a goal for myself, and I wanted to become a millionaire before the age of 30. So I am a millionaire, technically. So yes, so I make a lot of money, I guess. Yeah, it's amazing, and you will all be millionaires as well soon, right? So thank you for the question, and next.
So what is your notion of a rich person?
Oh, good question. So what does it mean to be rich, right? The notion of being rich is not just about money, right? But it's about being able to give and to love other people around you. And for me, the biggest part for me is I got real emotional the other day because my wife was talking to me and she showed me a picture of a child. And it was a picture of a child in compassion. Do you guys know compassion? Right? World Vision, compassion, where you can sponsor the children. So she was showing me a picture of a little girl from the Philippines, and it said that she was on the list to waiting for a sponsor for 400 days, and we decided to sponsor her. And I think that's what real, I guess, being rich is about. Not just buying things, not just spending things on yourself, but being able to share and love those around you and give and invest in those around you. So I want you all to take this question and I want you to be rich sponsors, okay? I want you to be rich partners, not with money, but with love and care for your downline and for your upline. You know, even if we can't do things in terms of with capital or money, we can always do other things that we can, you know, add on to. So if you are a partner and you have a center, you know, helping those individuals in that center, or if you're part of the member in the center, you know, cleaning and helping, you know, all these things, I think, show you that you are rich at heart, right? It's not about being rich in your bank account. Because if you're rich in your bank account and you're poor at heart, it's not going to attract many people. So I hope that answers your question, Lydia. And I will try to be more rich, right, at heart, and to help other people around me. And I hope you guys do the same, right?
Now we already know how rich you are, and then we all want to be rich as you. So we want to know how. So my first question is, do you still remember that your first time when you met a consumer? I'm curious that how did you build that relationship, and then when you first time met the people and then make them become your business partners?
Well, I do
Still
remember.
remember?
So, how can
That's
you
great.
how can you forget your first consumer and business partner, right? Can't forget him. So, I remember when I registered and I was all alone in my lineage, right? Just me and my little green box, right? And then my little green box turned blue, right? You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, the first way of doing the business for me was I was teaching English and I was talking to a lot of people. So I changed the material that I was reading for how to make money and things at home. So my students can read articles about making passive income and reading these articles with me. And then I talk to them about Atomy. So after reading these articles, I said, so what if I told you, you can also make about $300 to $500 a month passively? And they're like, really? How? Tell me, right? And then I told them about Atomy, and then I had four students in the class at the time. Okay, so these were all adult students. Do you want to join? Guess what happened? Everybody was quiet. Everybody was. And then one of the ladies, she felt bad for me because everybody else didn't want to join. So she said, I'll join. And then she registered, and now she's in Leaders Club. So, yeah, that's how it starts, right? So it was.
Wow.
It was me, and then my wife, and then my wife's mother. So my mother-in-law and then my father-in-law's contacted another person, and then that person contacted another person, and then that person contacted this gentleman who is now my Star Master, and he's also in the Leaders Club. So that's how it works.
Wow.
It's not just from your own personal contacts. It's contacts of contacts of contacts of contacts.
Thank you. Oh, I also have another question because
Yeah.
I'm also very curious about how to motivate new business partners during the stage of becoming an out-of-sales master, because that often takes really long time.
That's a good question. So Chris, how long did it take you to become a business partner, you'd say?
For me,
Yeah.
I think just first met.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
let me get
Because
a
we love the products.
Yeah, see, that's the right idea. And that was like that for
Yes.
me too. But let's get a raise of hands of individuals in this room. Tell me, on the first try, you fell in love with Atomy. Raise your hand if that's you. On the first try. Everybody in this room? Wow.
Yes.
That is why you're in this room. That is why you're in this room, right? So I believe that there are individuals in the business that just see it. It just clicks and they fall in love with the products. They fall in love with the business model. But sometimes it's not the case. So let's go over a few different ways, a few different aspects to how to build the business. So rule number one is you're doing the business by yourself, right? It's just you.
Yep.
Nobody else is doing the business for you, and nobody else can do the business for you. It's just you. So as you're doing the business, there are different ways, of course, but the best way that I believe that you can continue to build and motivate individuals is to continue to build that relationship with the product, and at the same time, get them registered. Because once you get them registered, what's going to happen? You're going to keep building, so their downline is going to keep growing, right? So let's say that this is one of the tricks that I used, okay? So if I talk to one of my members and they said, no, I don't want to register. And they say, okay. And then I showed them the lineage and I say, if you were to register today, you would be here, right? And then I say, since you don't want to register, I understand. I'll come back to you next month, okay? So 1 month passes, and I'm doing my part, and I register many people, and then I go back the next month, and I say, look, hey, I just registered 50 more people. You would have been here, right? You would have been here, but now you missed out on all these people, right? And then you know what they say? They say, oh my goodness, you told me it's free, right? Okay, let me register. And then they get registered, right? That's one of the tips that I always want to share with individuals, but that only works if you are building the business and doing your part, right? At the same time, your success builds motivation. But the most important thing to motivate individuals is culture. I want you to all create a positive culture where we love to just be with each other. The system and the people around you need to keep you here. So that's what should be motivating, okay? So I encourage you all to do that. Don't just focus on the commission, because in reality, commissions can take a long time to build, or sometimes it's fast. But if you're here only for the money, then you're gonna get burned out soon. So they should be here because they love your handsome face, Chris. All right, good. So let's go to the next question, I think.
So when doing this business, would it be more important to first build up a network of consumers or prioritize on attaining mastership?
Okay, good question. I don't think one is better than the other. You have to do both together. So it works together. So for example, if you gain mastership, let's say that you bought your way to a sales master, okay? Let's say that you invested money because you have some money, and then you have product now. Well, now you can use the products to build more consumers, okay? But let's say that you don't have capital. Let's say you don't have money right now. And then you build your consumers, and through your consumers, you generate the group PV, and you become a sales master, right? And then through your sales master commission, you can now reinvest in yourself and into the product to build your mastership again, and then to build consumers again. So it works together. It doesn't go in any other way, I believe. So I think the mistake that is made is this, is only building consumers and not focusing on mastership, right? Or only focusing on mastership and not building true consumers, right? Because you can tell when that happens. Now, as your business grows larger, you'll be able to get a difference. If you have a huge concentration of only business partners, then you're gonna get lots of PV, and then your PV is just gonna die away. And then you're gonna get lots of PV, and then your PV is just gonna die away. It's gonna fluctuate up and down, but the fluctuation should be graphed. It should be going up and up and up and up, because your consumers should be filling in the gap for when the business partners aren't buying anymore. You see, right? But if you only have consumer-focused individuals, right? So they're only consumers, they don't want to reinvest, they don't want to do the mastership, then you're gonna have a very slow graph of GPV building, okay? So you need both. So you cannot have one without the other, and you need to focus on doing both. So what does it mean to become a business partner? What does it mean to become a consumer? You have to ask yourself these questions as well, right? So a true consumer in Atomy is somebody who knows their ID, right? Who knows their password, who knows how to order the products for themselves, and they do so because they love and want to use the product because it gives them value. Those are consumers. So don't mistake your downline members as consumers just because they're registered, because some of your downline members are just members. They're not consumers. They're just members. And members become consumers, and consumers become independent business owners and part-time business owners and full-time business owners, and then duplicated business leaders. You understand? So make sure to focus on both, and your focus needs to be building up the consumers to transition to part-time partners. And all you have to do is add on one more thing. What was it? Consumers know their ID, know their password, know how to purchase the product, and business partners only do one more thing. What? They know how to register other members. They know how to register other members, and they know how to duplicate this process for them as well. So that's what I think you should focus on. And it's not about prioritizing one after one before the other, but doing both at the same time. And it's a must that you do both at the same time. You have the next question for us?
Yes, I just need your advice. And I have someone who I really want to do business together. And but they are afraid of loss. And how can I encourage them to join the system? And do you have any personal know-how of your own?
This is a difficult question to answer because you have to understand that people make their own choices, right? So I understand that your desire is to do the business with these people that you care about so much. But at the same time, what I want you to do is this, okay? When you build the business, your focus and energy should be on those who want to do the business, right? So if you are a diamond master or a sales master, you know that there are individuals in your downline who desire success like you. They're the ones who got that commission already. They're the ones who are calling you for questions. They're the ones who are looking for new consumers every day without you pushing them to do so. These are the people that you need to prioritize your time and ability and efforts on first. The next individuals are when you have free time. So let's say you already took care of all those people and now you have a few hours free. This is when you want to focus again on those who you have already registered but not yet interested, like the ones that you want to do the business with. Now, every person is different, okay? Every situation you encounter is different. So for example, you can say the same thing to a person and they can hear it and receive it differently than when you say it again next time. So you need to be consistent with those that you want to do the business with, because one day, sooner or later, it will click, right? So they will be that consumer. And then as they're consuming the items, maybe they're going to start hearing rumors about your success and people around you and everybody using Atomy skincare, and then they'll get more interested, right? So it is very important to what? Number one, focus on those who need your time first. Number two, keep relationship with those even that are not that interested with the business yet. You need to keep relationships with those as well. And as you do this, it is all about maintaining relationship and growth with all the individuals in your downline, okay? So don't forget about them and keep going back and touching bases with them, Esther, but don't focus all your energy on just a single person. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your amazing questions. And I pray that you have amazing success and see you all at the top, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Every drop of honey has a story. Guided by nature, this honey is the result of the harmony between manuka flowers and millions of flapping bees. Genuine Atomy Manuka honey. And a high concentration of MgO 830+. Pure Manuka honey, crafted and produced in Australia. Collected drop by drop, it contains nature's energy. Atomy Manuka honey.
Oh wow, Star Master Ju-Young Park really shared all of his business tips.
Yes, and we hope that this time with Star Master Park will be of much help to those who are just starting out the Atomy business.
Absolutely. You're watching the Atomy World Success Show, driving on as always for the success of all global Atomians. Now, let's haste to the next corner. Natalia, could you introduce it for us?
The next corner is the Atomian Voice, where we share the voices of Atomians from around the world. Let's hear them right away.
saya mulai menjalankan Atomy itu karena wajah saya yang penuh jerawat. Sudah 10 tahun lebih terus terang. Saya sering menitipkan memberi produk di tempat-tempat lain seperti teman dan saudara. Tapi gak pernah ada hasilnya. Berawal dari satu produk Atomy yaitu AWSS, home cleanser dan sun cream. 4 bulan pemakaian saya bersih dari jerawat. Akhirnya saya pun memutuskan untuk mencoba menjalankan Atomy. Pertama, karena saya orangnya sangat pendiam, bahkan tidak punya teman sama sekali di Surabaya. Saya pertama sangat bingung untuk menjalankan Atomy. Saya coba mencari orang-orang yang sedang berjualan di internet. Dan saya dapatkan ratusan telepon di sana, tapi yang saya gabungkan jadi member hanya 5. Saat saya ajak ketemu, mereka mundur semua karena mereka sibuk dengan jualan mereka sendiri. Akhirnya saya tidak mendapatkan satu member pun dari situ. Terus saya berpikir, sebelumnya saya begitu banyak jerawat, yang pernah saya temui siapa? Saudara dan keluarga. Akhirnya saya memulai dari keluarga saya dan saudara. Dari satu rumah ke satu rumah saya datangi saudara saya. Saya ceritakan tentang wajah saya yang sudah bersih dari jerawat. Bahkan dari mereka ada yang menjawab gini, dulu mukamu kasar, banyak jerawatnya. Saya cuma senyum. Tapi dari situ saya mulai mendapatkan hasil karena wajah saya yang sudah bersih dari jerawat. Jadi mereka pun ingin mencoba produknya. Terima kasih untuk keluarga saya dan semua tim member saya yang mendukung. Akhirnya saya bisa mencapai sales master ini. Walaupun saya merasa sedikit terlambat karena teman-teman lainnya sudah mencapai reguler, tapi selama langkah ini tidak berhenti, saya yakin tujuan yang saya inginkan akan tercapai. Salam sehat, cantik, sukses, dan bersama Atomy menuju hidup lebih baik. Atomy, ayo, bisa!
Tích tuổi សម្រាប់ចាប់ផ្ដើមជំនួយដំបូងសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំបាទហើយក៏មិនជោគជ័យទេជំនួយនោះក៏វាមិនធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំខ្លាចជាអ្នកមានបានដែរបាទក្រោយពីបានធ្វើបានមួយរយៈពេលក៏បានទទួលការណែនាំពីបងស្រីម្នាក់ឲ្យទៅចូលរួមនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីជប់លៀងផ្ទះគាត់បាទក្រោយពីបានចូលរួមកម្មវិធីផ្ទះគាត់ក៏ណែនាំខ្ញុំឲ្យស្គាល់ Atomy ហើយគាត់ណែនាំហ្នឹងខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើថ្នាំដុសធ្មេញមុនដំបូងហ្នឹងខ្ញុំមានបញ្ហាឈាមធ្មេញបាទហើយវាយូរឆ្នាំហើយវាមិនបាត់ហើយខ្ញុំប្រើផលិតផល Atomy ក្រោយពីគាត់ណែនាំបានរយៈពេលមួយសប្តាហ៍ខ្ញុំយកទៅប្រើក៏វាទទួលផលបញ្ហាឈាមធ្មេញទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងវាបាត់ក្រោយពីហ្នឹងទៀតទៅខ្ញុំក៏មានជំងឺប្រចាំកាយជាង10ឆ្នាំដែលវាមិនជាបាទជំងឺកាពះពោះវៀនរបស់ខ្ញុំហ្នឹងវាមិនជាដាច់ទេរយៈពេលជាង10ឆ្នាំមកហើយខ្ញុំក៏គិតថានឹងចុះឈ្មោះដើម្បីទិញផលិតផលកាពះពោះវៀនយកមកប្រើប្រាស់ក្រោយពីខ្ញុំប្រើប្រាស់ផលិតផលកាពះពោះវៀនដែលរ៉ាំរ៉ៃយូរឆ្នាំហ្នឹងក៏វាជាទៀតបាទក្រោយពីជាខ្ញុំទទួលបានការណែនាំចូលរៀននៅ Center មុនដំបូងនោះបាទហើយចូលរៀនមួយរយៈពេលទៅខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើផែនការទីផ្សារមួយធំដែលខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ខ្លាំងជាងគេហ្នឹងនៅត្រង់មានប្រាក់ចំណូលរហូតដល់3ចំនួនបាទវាមានប្រាក់ចំណូលរហូត3ចំនួនហ្នឹងខ្ញុំគិតថាចាស់ពីមុនគាត់មិនមានលទ្ធភាពក្នុងការចិញ្ចឹមខ្លួនឯងនៅពេលចាស់បានបាទហើយខ្ញុំតែងតែគិតថាខ្លាចចាស់ទៅហ្នឹងវាមិនមានប្រាក់ចំណូលដូចពួកគាត់ហើយលំបាកដល់កូនចៅចិញ្ចឹមខ្ញុំក៏ចាប់អារម្មណ៍លើផែនការទីផ្សារនេះខ្លាំងមែនទែនបាទ ទើបខ្ញុំដាក់ចិត្តធ្វើ Atomy ទោះបីជាខ្ញុំធ្វើវាមានការលំបាកហើយវាយឺតយ៉ាវក៏ខ្ញុំគិតថានឹងធ្វើវារហូតដល់តែជោគជ័យហើយភាពជោគជ័យនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះគឺដោយការសហការរបស់ដៃគូក៏ដូចជា sponsor ដែលគាត់សហការគ្នាហើយជួយជ្រោមជ្រែងឡើងពេញទំហឹងបាទសមត្ថភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំហ្នឹងមានត្រឹមតែ 1% ប៉ុណ្ណោះបាទក្នុងការធ្វើឡើងតំណែងនេះអញ្ចឹងហើយភាពជោគជ័យទាំងអស់បានទៅលើការសហការរបស់ sponsor ជាមួយនឹងដៃគូរួមគ្នាជាក្រុមបាទហើយខ្ញុំអរគុណយ៉ាងខ្លាំងមែនទែនចំពោះក្រុមទាំងអស់ដែលបានសហការជ្រោមជ្រែងក៏ដូចជា sponsor ដែលបានសហការជួយពេញទំហឹងសម្រាប់ការឡើងតំណែងនេះដាក់ក្នុងរយៈពេល15ថ្ងៃក៏ទទួលបានជោគជ័យតាមដែលយើងគ្រោងមែនបាទអញ្ចឹងហើយជាចុងក្រោយសូមជូនពរបងប្អូនអរគ្នា
ហើយដើមឡើយគឺនាងខ្ញុំជាស្ត្រីមេផ្ទះធ្លាប់តែដើរដាំបាយឲ្យគេចាស់រយៈពេល7ឆ្នាំផងដែរអញ្ចឹងបន្ទាប់ពីនាងខ្ញុំបានស្គាល់ Atomy គឺនាងខ្ញុំជាស្ត្រីដាំបាយឲ្យគេរយៈពេល7ឆ្នាំនោះគឺធ្វើឲ្យនាងខ្ញុំសុខភាពរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺទ្រុឌទ្រោមយ៉ាងខ្លាំងអញ្ចឹងពេលនោះហើយដែល sponsor បានបង្ហាញតាក់ទងទៅលើ Atomy ដំបូងគឺនាងខ្ញុំចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើបញ្ហាសុខភាពចា មិនចាប់អារម្មណ៍ទៅលើបញ្ហាធ្វើចំនួននោះទេចាហេតុអ្វីពីព្រោះនាងខ្ញុំអត់មានចំណេះអត់មានជំនាញព្រមទាំងសម្រស់មិនស្អាតផងដែរអញ្ចឹងពេលដែលខ្ញុំបានប្រើផលិតផលហើយឃើញថាល្អមែនតើចាពេលដែលល្អហើយក៏ខ្ញុំបានទៅជួប sponsor នាងខ្ញុំបានបង្ហាញឱកាសថាបើសិនជាក្មួយចង់ប្រើ Atomy ហើយអាចរកចំណូលបានមកវិញសូមសាកល្បងសិក្សាមើលចាពេលនោះហើយគឺខ្ញុំកំពុងតែត្រូវការទៅប្រាក់ចំណូលផងដែរ ចាពេលដែលខ្ញុំបានសិក្សាទៅលើ Atomy គឺនាងខ្ញុំពិតថាមានសំណាងខ្លាំងមែនទែនដែលជួបក្រុមហ៊ុនដែលល្អចាហើយខ្ញុំនឹងមានក្តីសម័យមួយថាខ្ញុំនឹងក្លាយជាអ្នកមានបានតាមរយៈ Atomy ផងដែរចាពេលនោះហើយគឺធ្វើឲ្យនាងខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍មួយគឺមានក្តីសង្ឃឹមឡើងវិញចាពេលដែលខ្ញុំមិនទាន់ជួប Atomy គឺក្តីសង្ឃឹមរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺរលត់អស់ទៅហើយចាហើយមួយវិញទៀតដែលខ្ញុំបានមកដល់កន្លែង Atomy នេះ គឺតាមរយៈចូលប្រព័ន្ធជោគជ័យធ្វើឲ្យនាងខ្ញុំទទួលបានការអភិវឌ្ឍខ្លួនទាំងមិនចេះសរសេរអក្សរបែរជានាងខ្ញុំជាស្ត្រីដាំបាយឲ្យគេរយៈពេល7ឆ្នាំនោះមកក្លាយជាអ្នកដែលអាចសរសេរបានអ្នកដែលអាចអានបានហើយអាចមានភាពក្លាហានក្នុងការឡើងធ្វើបទបង្ហាញទៅដល់ក្រុមផងដែរអញ្ចឹងនាងខ្ញុំពិតជាមានមោទនភាពយ៉ាងខ្លាំងហើយក៏ខ្ញុំសូមលើកទឹកចិត្តបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាថាកុំតន់អស់សង្ឃឹម ចាតារាបណាដែលបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នានៅមានឱកាសនៅឡើយចាហើយឱកាសនោះដែរបើសិនជាបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាបានទទួលបានឱកាសនៅក្នុងមុខជំនួយ Atomy ហើយសូមបងប្អូនផ្ដល់ក្តីសង្ឃឹមឲ្យខ្លួនឯងយ៉ាងខ្លាំងពីព្រោះក្តីសង្ឃឹមបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាអាចបំពេញឲ្យគឺ Atomy ចាជាក់ស្ដែងគឺរូបនាងខ្ញុំត្រឹមតែរយៈពេល6ឆ្នាំតែប៉ុណ្ណោះដែលអាចធ្វើឲ្យជីវិតនាងខ្ញុំគឺផ្លាស់ប្ដូរ អាចនិយាយបានថា390ដឺក្រេចាផ្លាស់ប្ដូរទាំងចំណេះដឹងផ្លាស់ប្ដូរទាំងប្រាក់ចំណូលហើយផ្លាស់ប្ដូរទាំងសម្រស់ផងដែរហើយអ្វីដែលពិសេសមួយទៀតធ្វើឲ្យខ្ញុំមានបងប្អូនយ៉ាងច្រើនទូទាំងពិភពលោកកន្លែងនេះហើយដែលក្រុមហ៊ុន Atomy បង្កើតឡើងមកគឺដើម្បីមនុស្សជាតិទូទាំងពិភពលោកផងដែរចាហើយជាចុងក្រោយក៏សូមថ្លែងអំណរអគុណបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលបានស្គាល់ Atomy ចាសូមចាប់ឱកាស Atomy និងក្លាយជាបុគ្គលដែលជោគជ័យជីវិតចុងក្រោយតរយៈភាពទាំងអស់គ្នាផងដែរចាអរគុណ
2016, Atomy llega a mi vida como una gran oportunidad. En ese momento yo me encontraba desempleada y estaba buscando algo con el cual generar ingresos extras. Mi esposo estaba pensionado, pero ese salario que él generaba a través de su plan de retiro no era suficiente para cubrir todos los gastos. Atomy llega a mi vida en 2016 a través de una amiga que vive en Estados Unidos. Ella me habla sobre una pasta de dientes y un cepillo de dientes de Corea del Sur con una calidad muy alta y a un precio muy accesible. En ese momento yo estaba buscando una oportunidad de generar esos ingresos extras. Sin embargo, con más de 40 años, aquí en mi país, México, es muy difícil encontrar un trabajo. Yo estaba ideando la manera de poder crear un negocio, sin embargo, yo no tenía el capital pues, para poder empezar. Y entonces, en 2016, determino ir hacia Estados Unidos para poder conocer esa maravillosa compañía de la cual mi amiga Arcelia me había compartido. Yo llego a Estados Unidos un jueves y un sábado ella y yo estábamos asistiendo a nuestro primer seminario en español, en el cual nosotros escuchamos el video de nuestro fundador, el señor Han Gilpar, donde él mencionaba que si probábamos el producto y nos gustaba y lo compartíamos con miles de personas, podíamos generar miles de dólares. Y yo en ese momento se lo creí. Me volví loca atomiana y saliendo de ese seminario empecé a compartir nuestros productos y empecé también a compartir el negocio de Atomy con todo mundo. En 2016 me decido aperturar el primer centro de educación en la República Mexicana y empezamos a hacer seminarios, empezamos a dar capacitación con nuestros socios y obviamente empezamos a tener un crecimiento exponencial. Me convertí en la primer Sales Master a los 3 meses de la apertura de Atomy México. Y siguiendo ese trabajo en equipo, creando esa sinergia de corazones unidos y con una misma visión junto con mis socios, obviamente gracias a la confianza que ellos tuvieron en mí, hemos podido avanzar hacia Diamante Maestro y convertirnos en Sharon Ross Master. Y el logro más importante en esta maravillosa compañía fue el de convertirme en un Auto Sales Master. Eso fue gracias a mi determinación, gracias a la confianza que mis socios han tenido en mí, gracias a ese trabajo maravilloso que hemos creado, gracias a esa visión de que todos podemos tener éxito en Atomy, porque aún sin experiencia en mercadeo en redes como yo, ustedes pueden transformar su vida como yo lo he hecho. Hoy quiero compartir con todos ustedes que cualquiera puede tener éxito en esta maravillosa compañía. Gracias a la visión, gracias al corazón de Atomy, que es nuestro fundador, el señor Han Gilpar, que lo único que quiere es que existan en el mundo muchos pequeños ricos. Así que yo los invito a conocer y a trabajar juntos con esta maravillosa compañía para poder transformar sus vidas como yo lo he hecho.
在接触爱多美之前，我真的只是一个快乐的上班族，从没有想过自己跟组织行销会有任何的交集。跟多数的一般人一样，其实过一天算一天，没有太大的梦想跟目标，过得很安逸，也没有危机。直到自己遇到了瓶颈，才开始思考是否真的需要调整跟改变。当时其实回想自己没有给予能力，以及没有梦想的日子，其实是真的令人非常恐惧。所以说，贫穷真的会限制了我们的想象跟思维，但是脱离贫穷又是我们最重要的责任。在2014年，我遇到了爱多美。其实我真的一开始只是一个捧场的心态。我觉得听完这个市场计划没有太多的风险，50块换个平台买自己本来就需要的东西，我觉得很可以接受。但我并没有真正了解爱多美的它的价值，核心价值到底是什么？我没有认真的去评估它，直到自己懵懵懂懂、跌跌撞撞，来到了成功系统， 不断一次一次的灌溉，不断一次一次的学习，终于看懂它的本质以及它的价值。就这样一路走来，到下个月我已经加入爱多美，即将满7年的时间。我从来没有做过一间公司超过3年，但是时间仿佛停留在第1年的时候，我还是对这间公司这么的热爱，以及这么的兴奋。为什么这么的兴奋跟热爱？我没有办法在短短的时间跟大家分享，只有你们自己投入，只有你们自己去领悟，你才会知道它的美好。我想人生都是教我们，努力是人生最重要的态度，但是选择又比努力更重要。从我出社会以来，我做任何事都非常努力，工作非常努力，为了提升自己的竞争力，我去在职进修，我也非常的努力。但是这些努力，就像大家知道的，老板可以给你一个位置，但不能给你一个未来。业绩做得再好，还是公司的。当你离开了公司，客户还是公司的。所以反观这几年在爱多美拼搏的时候，我觉得累积下来自己的事业，真正让我拿回人生的主导权。以前我们总是说想要自由自在的生活，但是你们有自主吗？你们可以成为自己时间的主人吗？以前我只敢说自己有成就感，但不敢说自己有成就。反观在爱多美，它实现让我自由自在而且自主的生活。它不但让我拥有了一份成就感，更是拥有一份成就。以前我没有办法给我父母亲免费出国，现在我可以了。以前我没有办法买下属于自己的房子，现在我可以了。以前我没有时间陪伴我的孩子，现在我可以了。以前我觉得幸福是找到一个对的人，后来我才发现，幸福是要有钱有闲，还要找到对的人。这些都是爱多美给我的礼物，我把它称之为全方位的幸福。我觉得迈向成功的道路上，个人的特质绝对不是最重要的，因为只有你坚定的信念跟改变的决心，才能够让你迈向真正的成功。在这边，这一次冲聘，我觉得没有太大的困难。我深信，只要你有用心深耕自己左右两边的组织，其实随着时间的发酵以及累积，不断做着重复的事情，其实沟通了愿景，达到了共识，就可以一起完成这样的目标。所以我要在这边非常非常感谢我的团队所有的每一位伙伴。组织的成长代表着我们可以帮助更多的家庭。做爱多美，我从来没有偷懒，到现在我还是说着事业计划，我还是一样去办产品体验会，因为这是我的志业。所以如果各位伙伴你们也想要跟我一起迈向成功，一定要坚定你们的信念，因为我一定会上准网的。在我人生最挫折的时候，是爱多美给了我希望，所以我也想要把这份希望带给现场的每一位伙伴。今天我并没有选择分享自己太多的故事，但是我想要更多的鼓励，是给大家要坚定信念，相信每个人都可以做到，每个人都应该要有追求勇气、目标的追求梦想的勇气。梦想不一定要很大，但你一定要有，因为我觉得人生最美丽的风景就是看见自己的未来。爱多美它绝对可以是大家值得投入，也会是你人生最大的喜悦，但重点是你一定要坚持、坚持再坚持。爱多美没有太多的技巧，做就对了，没有做不到的事情，只有你想不到的事情。所以在这边我也知道，创业的道路上，一个人走着会很累，但是一群人走可以走很久。我是星光大师，但是我也需要跟伙伴借力。我相信我这么平凡的人可以成功，各位一定也可以。 最后祝福大家在多美一定要不断的给自己突破，找到你们全方位的幸福。谢谢大家。
I truly wish that all of our numerous members worldwide get to experience nothing but happiness in their lives.
Yes, you know, life does bring its share of hardships, and sometimes it feels as if we can't really go on anymore. But if you just keep going and not give it up, success is there for anyone. Just like the people you just saw in the Atomy voice.
For sure. As always, we are rooting for all of you around the world working hard towards success. Never give up your hopes and dreams.
Yes, Natalia. Isn't there someone else who's rooting for them besides us?
You are right. It's the captain of Atomy, Chairman Han-gil Park. Let's meet him on the screen.
여러분 반갑습니다. 애터미한 보이스 주인공들의 이야기는 이번에도 저에게 큰 감동을 주었습니다. 애터미를 통해 꿈과 행복을 찾았다는 이야기에 고마움마저 느낍니다. 인도네시아 네나와티 세일즈 마스터, 캄보디아 챙사만 세일즈 마스터, 팽론 샤로노즈 마스터, 멕시코 마르샬라 고메스 샤로노즈 마스터, 타이완 황시팅 스타마스터. 절망의 순간에 애터미를 만난 이분들은 자신에게 찾아온 기회를 놓치지 않았습니다. 우수한 애터미 제품을 직접 써보고 성공을 확신했으며 애터미의 성공 시스템을 믿고 의지를 불태웠습니다. 그리고 마침내 성공의 길로 들어선 것입니다. 진심으로 축하드립니다. 글로벌 애터미 회원 여러분, 꿈을 이루고 싶다면 제대로 꿈꿔야 합니다. 애터미한 보이스의 주인공들처럼 도전하려고 하신다면 여러분들의 미래는 생각에 머물지 않고 눈앞에 현실이 될 것입니다. 오늘 리더들의 경험담을 통해 그저 막연한 비전이 한층 더 선명해졌기를 바랍니다. 월드 석세스 쇼가 전하는 유익한 정보와 비전이 글로벌 회원님들의 성공에 도움이 되길 바랍니다. 땡큐!